I'm a mixed Chicana. My mom is Mexican American. I can only speak a little bit of Spanish, but I grew up surrounded by Spanglish and by señoras who call me mija, daughter. My dad is German. You can only usually tell by my last name, Schuermann. But my Oma would make me German apple pancakes every weekend, and every Christmas I buy those German holiday cookies. And I've met others like me, expressing our diverse mixed Mexican American experiences and cultural practices. But we're often gatekept by our same cultural communities. In Chicano culture, women are often considered secondary and encouraged to endure hardship and silence. And in our mixed culture, we're often thought of as not enough, whether it's the way that we look, the way that we speak, or just by being mixed. And our culture tries to erase us, asking us to check boxes on racial and ethnicity that refuses to acknowledge all of who we are, asking us to reduce ourselves to one identity when our cultural identity is a constellation of intersections. And so I asked how mixed Chicanas can practice their cultural identity in their lived experiences, and if these practices have enough commonalities to constellate a communal identity. The only way to answer these is by asking community members. And so I designed a survey asking about their experiences of belonging and their cultural roots, and interview questions focus on these diverse ways they express themselves in their everyday lives. And these video interviews give faces and voices to these stories. And as part of Chicana culture, storytelling has long been held important as a way of sharing their cultural knowledge with those around them. And to be ethical, I designed a collaborative video editing process to make sure that these are their stories, the way that they want them told. Building from these practice interviews, I predict there will be commonalities and differences across their stories, creating a constellation that shows a communal identity through their shared experiences of belonging, identity struggles, practices, commonly cooking Mexican American dishes as a way to connect, and each individual's unique story as a difference, including other identities and the presence of Mexican American family members. Some are surrounded by their Mexican culture and community, while others have little to no contact with those members. The potential impact of these findings will allow us to better understand how mixed Chicanas practice their culture, their intersecting cultural identities, to better understand how people of mixed cultures negotiate their identities and bodies, and how being a Chicana, a twice marginalized identity, interweaves itself in that negotiation. We can also better acknowledge alternate knowledge making practices in marginalized cultures like storytelling and oration as equal as Western knowledge making. Finally, I will also create an online public archive of these video interviews for mixed Chicanas to know that they are not alone and for others to learn their stories.